When I first moved here to Washington State, the first thing I noticed was the smell of blackberry pie in the air. It smelled like blackberry pie. It wasn't blackberry pie. It was just very hot blackberries ripening in the summer heat of Washington State. They were going through their second or third heat dome that summer, and as we approached our new home in Western Washington, that was the smell that greeted me. And I was like, what is this delicious thing? Like, what is it? And it was the Himalayan blackberry. Come to find out, the Himalayan blackberry is a very noxious weed here. It is a horrific spreader, an invasive plant that will take over entire swaths of land. It's extremely flammable, and if anyone has an iota of knowledge of the Pacific Northwest knows that we suffer from wildfires, like very intense wildfires, and if left unchecked, it will take over your entire garden, and you will be battling canes that are this thick. They are pentagonal in shape, meaning they have like 5 sides, and thorns that are gigantic. The berries are amazing. They taste wonderful, but it's not worth the cost of our environment, especially when we have our own native variety of blackberries. While smaller in size, they are still just as sweet and just as fruitful, and I have one in my yard. It is the trailing blackberry, and I love it because you can easily shape it on a trellis. Here is the Pacific trailing blackberry, and it does what it says. It's a trailing type. It's a vine-like, so it makes these very long vines that trail down like your cliff sides and rock faces here in the wilds of Washington in the mountains. And they grow pretty well here in the Pacific Northwest. So long as you're not having to compete with the invasive variety, they produce these very tiny blackberries. But I mean, look how many are on this bush. And they're super easy to train on a trellis. Anytime I see a new shoot come out, I just cut it off, easy peasy lemon squeezy. They're slow growing, unlike the invasive variety. The invasive variety can grow up to 7 feet within a month. This is more slow growing, easier to control, and you can train it to be more of a topiary bush. I've just kind of shrubbed it right here, but you can train it however you like. I mean, look at these little fruits. Who wouldn't want this? Why would you replace it? As the quote goes, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So when you have the choice, I ask you to take a moment and consider our native varieties first before purchasing a potential invasive variety, and you may be more pleasantly surprised with the outcome.